The links between solution and game model. In my video analysis, I identified our build-up as an area where I would like to focus on. First of all, we need to recognize when we are being pressed or playing against a mid-block. When we are being pressed, my center backs have less time on the ball, so we would need support and angles from midfielders and wing backs. I would like my players to have control when we're being pressed, as we tend to dribble into a press rather than try to circulate the ball quickly. Against a mid-block, I would like my team to be patient on the ball, move the ball quickly, try to shift the team's middle block around and create an overload on the opposite side of the ball with our wing back and either midfielder or striker. And if we lose the ball, I want my players to react and try to counter press and win the ball back as quickly as possible. Broadly, the practice session will address the problems that I identified in the analysis. The topic will be building out from the back. The link to my game model is we like to build out from the back. We like to start from our keepers, work the ball up from our center backs, midfielders to our strikers, or getting the ball out into wide channels for our wing backs to run onto. So this session will cover that and help my players identify their positions and how to solve different type of problems that our opponents will pose. Session starts with an SAQ and around a passing exercise, position specific. Focus on little things like receiving the ball with your back foot, combination play, movement off the ball, and communication. Then you move into a 4-3 rondo, working on kind of have 4 players playing against a team in a mid block, break them down, and what we need from there, and then we shift to a high press. Again, different problem to solve. So can we paint a picture that you would see on a game day and how we can solve that? And then we'll move into basically allowing the defenders to a choice to press or to sit, and then we have to recognize what to do. And then we'll go into our main activity, which would be a 5v5 or a 6v6, depending on the numbers, +3. And then the idea is, can we shift a team in a mid block to one side and then look to play a diagonal ball to our fullback or the center back to create an overload and look to get out. Then we'll give the defenders again, same thing. We'll give them the high press option and they press. And then again, we have a different problem for us to solve. So see how we can solve that problem. And then we progress to allowing the defenders to pick and choose what they do, and we react to that. Biggest thing for us too is that the counter press, when we will lose the ball. So I ask the players to essentially lose it to press. Recognizing that it's something that will help us in our game, and which aligns with our game model, and then also building out the control. We don't want to be rushing out and like running out of a burning house. Everyone have control and dictate what happens with play. It meets the development of my players by showing them where to be positionally, what a team is doing, recognizing. For me, biggest things, I guess, recognizing if we're being pressed or if we're playing as a team sitting back. Because obviously different problems give you different, so there's different solutions to different problems, and just recognizing that. In terms of obstacles that I face, I think players' technical ability. Some players struggle under pressure. Some players' decision making is not the greatest. I have a few players, when you give them time, they give the ball away. When you press them, they're fantastic. So it's like, as a coach, trying to relay the message about doing this in this scenario, and hopefully painting a lot of different pictures will help with that. I think for me, my learning outcomes would be, one, can we understand that we are being pressed and we need players to support, not run away. Um, we have space and time, so use it wisely. Can we attack the mid block and see if we can force somebody out of position, and then look to clear overload on the other side? And then three, just reaction after loss of possession, which happens quite a bit. But knowing that we can win the ball back and start again is key for us in our game and my game model, and what the team believes in. Yeah.